Welcome to Nigerian Pilot Television coverage of 2023 presidential polls. My name is Chukso Huewe. With me on set is Pama Ileye. Pama, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Yesterday, the presidential election held in Nigeria. It drew out the 774 local government areas and thousands of polling units. Nigerians are expectant and Nigerians are eagerly waiting for the outcome of that election. You went around yesterday. What were your expectations and what did you experience?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. The election was one which everyone was really waiting for. It was a moment for every Nigerian. It was a decisive moment for every Nigerian. Every Nigerian wanted to participate in this very particular election because it was the one which will decide what path we were going to move in the next years to come. Moving around Abuja yesterday, there were some who were happy over the fact that they were able to participate in the election, and some were disheartened. They were kind of sad because they were not allowed to vote. I think some of them missed their polling units. Some said they were not informed early enough on the change of polling units. They didn't get the messages early enough, so they were not able to know what polling units they were being transferred to. In short, I had a personal experience when I was coming back from the election process from one polling unit to another. She was crying that she had spent the whole day and she didn't even cast a single vote. She was bitter. And then around Duse Primary School, the crowd was a mammoth crowd.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, what was the turnout like?
Yes, it was a mammoth crowd. I think most places, they had mammoth crowds. And then some places were just few people. I think as at 2 o'clock when I passed, some polling units had finished everything they were doing. But in some other polling units, till 9 p.m., especially the one at Duse Primary School, Zone 1, till 9 p.m., they were still
From
working.
the few police stations you monitored, what's your rating of INEC? What do you think is the INEC performance?
Well, most of it, I felt they were not prepared with the BVS. With the beavers, I mean. They were not prepared. I mean, at the Duse polling unit, they had one beaver for over 1,000 voters. So I was trying to ask this question: what happened to the 750? I think
Thousand beavers.
Okay, 750 voters per polling unit. Because some places they had more than 750 people. I think I was listening to the FM to one of these radio stations early in the morning. One of the reporters said they had 1,052 voters in a particular voting unit. Whereas INEC told us it was just 750.
Were there security challenges yesterday in the areas?
Yes, some places didn't have security personnel. Then I happened to monitor this election from the situation room at the Ministry of Interior. Yes, in some states it was something else. In Imo State, I can't really pinpoint the particular local government. They said some of the voters said they voted without ink. So I don't know how INEC is going to figure out that, or how INEC is going to sort that out. And then in some places like Sokoto, the election didn't even start on time because there was a situation, there was an end alert, see something, emergency this that came into the situation room and said that as at 12 noon they had not started election in Sokoto State. Then even in my polling unit, they didn't come on time. Places like Dawaki, so many places I went around, there was this lateness, like it's really a thing for them.
Right, something of importance now. The Electoral Act provides for giving people living with disabilities the opportunity to vote whenever they arrive at the polling unit. Yes. Did you witness anything like that? I mean, the aged, the pregnant?
I think most of the polling units, everybody was just on the queue. In short, I was behind someone who is like close to 60 years, and he was on the queue. So there was no such privilege of coming in and voting and going. And then again, something I also noticed at that polling unit at Zone 1, some people went to cast their vote without accreditation. So that's a lot. That's a whole lot. Was there no voters' education or something?
Well, with our religious sensitivity, were there areas you noticed that people of Islamic religion, their women were given different cues, and the other was it just a mix-up of any person everywhere, whichever queue you find yourself?
Places where I went, where they had so many large crowds, everybody was just there. Some were not even on the UK queue, some just hung around. Then when it was their turn, they come into the line. So it was just here, there, but everybody just wanted to cast their vote.
During the off-cycle election, INEC was uploading results just as the results came in. Since yesterday till now, INEC portal has been very blank. What do you make of that?
Okay. I think this has to do, I think this issue of uploading this thing, it will help a lot with credibility, not waiting for the bulk of the result. Because at the polling unit where I went to cast my vote yesterday, they were like, after voting, everybody go away. But people insisted that they want to count the vote there. They don't want to go and come back. They don't want to go and hear stories. So I think when once those votes were being counted, it should be sent through the BVAS, if that is the work of the BVAS.
Yeah.
It should be sent from the BVAS to the INEC office. Then there should be, so that we will know what is going on. So that blank, this thing, and if Nigerians should hear this, it will not go well in so many places. If they should hear this.
Thank you very much for availing us of this opportunity to have a first-hand reaction to what happened in the bits, in the polling units you visited, and the feedback you got from them. Thank you very much, Paima, for being on Pilot Television.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.